Oh, okay. Hello, guys. It's me, Amario. Me, Amario, is here to do a thing. Yeah, I have zero idea what I just said, but I definitely said something. Let's see, what other things can... Yes, this. Loop it, yeah. Make it slow. Crashed. Okay, chroma key. Oh my god. I forgot about that part. No. No, let's change it to this thing. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's do this. What has happened? Where did it go? Oh wait, that's transform it to screen. Oh, okay. It was so slow that it just didn't even happen. Okay. No, wait, wrong one. Yes. This thing. Okay. Now that we have the silly shenanigans happening, okay. Now the Discord server knows about it. What am I doing? Yes. Okay. Chat, I need you guys. This is kind of important that I have you. That I have your attention. Is anyone watching this? Come on, guys. My channel. This important that I have. Oh god, you guys could hear me for a second. That's not great. Just don't mind that there's like a bunch of things happening. That's completely normal. You know, I might as well also change the background, because I have a new one. I guess this, yeah. Wow, it's that thing. What had the bite? Oh wait, no. Was that 587? Oh my god, he said it. He said the thing. He actually didn't. Not really. ah, come on. Oh my god, you guys are boring. And by you guys, I mean literally nobody. Because literally nobody is here. So let's start a poll, because why not? This is... start is square root of 69 4761. Yeah. Of, oh wait, wrong one. Of 4761. Add option are yes. Kula. Okay, I asked you guys something. Oh my god. La di da di da. Might as well start a loop with myself. Oh wait, it actually is making noise. I didn't realize that the Bite of 87 thing was actually making noise. I should quiet that down a little bit. Is it? No. Byte 87. Where's Byte 87? Byte 87. Here, let's turn that down a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like a lot of bit. There. The Byte of 87 thing was actually making noise. I should quiet that down a little bit. Oh my god, that Byte of 87. Is it? No. Byte 87. Where's Byte 87? Byte 87. Here, let's turn that down a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like a lot of bit. There. The Byte of 87 thing was actually making noise. I should quiet that down a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, that Byte of 87. Is it? No. Hey dude, how's it going? Where's Byte 87? Byte 87. Was that there? Turn that down a little bit. Is that really the Byte of 87? And by a little bit, I mean like a lot. Okay, no one cares that you're turning down a little bit. Byte of 87 thing was actually making noise. Yeah. Turn that down a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, that Byte of 87 is... Yeah, Byte of 87. Hey dude, how's it going? It's going good. How about you? Hey, it's clear your throat, you little piece of shit. Is that really the Byte of 87? Yeah, that was the Byte of 87. Okay, no one cares that you're turning down a little bit. Yeah, no one really cares. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, that Byte of 87 is... Yeah, Byte of 87. Yep. Hey dude, how's it going? It's going good. How about you? Hey, it's clear your throat, you little piece of shit. I have zero idea what's happening right now. Yeah, that was the Byte of 87. No one cares that you're turning down a little bit. Yeah, no one really cares. I also don't care. I don't know. Okay. I don't know who in the right mind would care. Yep. Yeah, it's the Byte of 87. It's going good. How about you? Yes. I'm doing pretty good. I have zero idea what's happening right now. Yeah, me neither, honestly. There's a lot of voices happening. Yeah, no one really cares. I also don't care. I don't know. I care. I actually kind of care about that. That's heartfelt to me. Would care? Yep. Yeah, like that's the Byte of 87. It's going good. How about you? Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Well, it'd be good to hear that you're doing good. I'm a completely different person also, just like you, but... Yeah, No one really cares. I also don't care.
I care. You little piece of shit. How do you care about that? That's weird. It's a completely abnormal thing. Why would you care? Like, I don't care. No one cares. You're lying to yourself.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Well, it'd be good to hear that you're doing good. I'm a completely different person also, just like you, but... Yeah. Yeah, I'm also a different person, but,
I care. You little piece of shit. How do you care?
Yeah,
about
like,
that?
well, what the fuck? Why would you care?
Like, oh, I care. Like, what a little baby man.
I don't care. No one cares.
No one gives half a shit, dude.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Well, it'd be good to hear that you're doing good. I'm a completely different person also, just like...
Oh, hey, it's another different person.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also a different person.
Oh, hey,
but,
I'm also a different person, just like you, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, well, what the fuck? Why would you care?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Stupid little bitch. We should, like, get him out of here.
I don't care. No one cares.
No one gives half a shit, dude.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Well, it'd be good to hear that you're doing good. I'm a completely different person also, just like...
Oh, hey, it's another different person.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
a different person?
Oh,
hey,
but,
I'm also a different person.
Oh,
me too, actually. That's crazy. We all have so much in common.
Like, oh,
Stupid little bitch. We should, like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
No one gives half a shit, dude. I don't know how good it is to hear that. I think he kind of sucks.
Is that...
He's a little bitch.
Oh, hey, I'm also a different person.
Oh, me too, actually. That's crazy. We all
That's so cool.
Stupid little bitch. We should, like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
No one gives half a shit, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna start the AI thing. Whatever. Where are people? Nobody is here. Are wacky AI stories that uncool? Oh my god, by the way, oh my god, I started streaming 12 minutes ago and I haven't had a single viewer. Okay, okay, let's just do storyteller mode. Window capture. Here we go. So, yeah. So he's just saying was at the bite of A7. He's saying that a lot. Okay. Behold, my canvas. This field is your workspace, a sandbox for my imagination. You can type anything in this field for the AI to pick. I don't think I need the tutorial, but I might as well go through it. A prompt can be empty, consist of a single word, a sentence, or as much text as you'd like. By default, prompts are uniquely color-coded. Hit send and watch the AI do the rest of the work. No one cares, really. I'm just gonna go pull up chat on my phone. Okay, I have you guys on my phone. You might have also noticed that any new text you write after the first generation will appear color-coded as well. Also, any edits you make to your story will be color-coded, so you can easily track how the AI and you collaborate. Everything you write with and generate will be added to your context, depending on your subscription tier, around 4,800 characters consisting of your story text. This is the extent of what the AI can remember. Okay, so that's what I can remember, not how much I can do. This text we just generated is pretty neat, but let's see the... Okay, what does it even say? The splendor before my eyes left me breathless. A vaulted ceiling painted with scenes from an ancient tale. Tapestries
tapestries that stretched across 3 walls depicting tales of heroes long dead. However, as fate would have it, I was thoroughly distracted by the flurry of magic explosions, obliterating my vision every time a magic spell hit its target. The dragon. After all, I was a mere human in the company of 2 magic beings, my companion Galena, a witch, and a fearsome crystal dragon. My presence here was not only an honor, but also a grave danger. You know what to do, right? Galena shouted at me as she threw another fireball at the dragon's head. I've been tasked with assisting Galena on this quest to save the world from the evil of a dragon, but how could I possibly help? In her current state, Galena couldn't use any offensive spells due to the dragon's defensive magic. She was forced to rely solely on her defensive abilities while I attempted to distract the dragon with an assortment of fireballs and lightning bolts. Okay, no one cares. I hit the retry button. Oh, as my eyes scanned the battlefield, I noticed that we were severely outnumbered. We needed to win quickly. What am I supposed to do? I asked hesitantly. Galena turned and looked at me with her blazing red eyes. If you hover over the retry button, you can see exactly which text will be affected. No. To recap, hit send, blah blah. No one cares. Novel AI keeps track of your generation history. This story is truly a masterpiece. It signifies your first steps into. Go ahead and click the story title to edit your story's name. Dick and Balls Adventure. Okay. Boom. I have. What? Do I seriously need to pay for it? Is that the free trial? Or is that without an account? Okay, someone's finally here. Here you'll find adjust the AI settings. There you go. Woo, let me in. So I have to pay for this. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna go on. Delete that. So this is the Dick and Balls adventure. What is our story, guys? Guys in chat. I know there's someone in chat, so tell me. What shall we do? Bruh. I'm waiting on you, chat person. Person of which is in chat. What kind of story do we tell? Chat person. Person watching. The only person watching this. Is that also me? Are they both me? Surely not, right? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go. King Isaac the Third was journeying through a vast forest filled with bouncy balls when one of the bouncy balls donked him right in his skull. Never mind, that person was not me. So they just left. And without answering me for some fucking reason. when one of the bouncy balls dunked him right in his skull, he ended up with severe brain damage and can't talk properly anymore. He sets out to find a fucking hospital. Okay, send. The next day, King Isaac went back to the same spot where he got hit by the bouncy ball and found that it had been moved over there. He walked over to see what the hell happened and saw a mangy squirrel sitting on top of the bouncy ball. He violently assaulted the squirrel after seeing after pouncing on it like a cheetah. Then, how do you spell cheetah? Listen, you can't just tell me that it's wrong and... Is it just cheetah? No, it's cheetah. Is it T-E? Oh, it is. Then he tore its body into shreds using only his icky. After letting the blood dry off for several minutes, he put all the pieces together and decided that it was time to go visit this hospital. On his way there, a giant fire-breathing monster attacked him. He decided this was a rude act, and so he said, "Excuse me, can't talk, so that's all." That's all he could murmur out his mouth. Then he attempted to destroy the dragon using his almighty might. When the dragon died, the king found a piece of paper written on it saying, "My name is Alex," and thought it was some sort of joke. He then decided to destroy the hospital he came to see so that he can get some revenge. Feeling satisfied. I'm just gonna leave it with this. Feeling satisfied, King Isaac walked away to continue his journey through the woods. This is an epic fantasy story. My witch companion, Galena, and I are tasked to defeat a dragon crystal to protect the kingdom. Nobody cares. Keeps things on track. Ouroboros, versatile, conforms well to poems, lists, chat, ace of spades, expressive while still laying focused. That's a lot of different things. What's the story memory? This is an epic fantasy story. King Isaac has brain damage and cannot speak. So he is forced. No, just that. Style The style should be weird, wacky. Bruh. No, not epic fantasy. Brain damage. Fiction. Okay. Feeling satisfied. When he discovered a crazy what? What did he find? What crazy thing did he find? When he discovered a crazy giant space lizard with laser beams shooting out his eyes. After he defeated the space lizard, just, casually, he decided he had no idea how to read or write. But he remembered someone told him something about a hospital. The hospital gives hospitality, and he is intrigued by that entire idea. Almost like a vulture eating a sparrow. I don't think vultures eat sparrows, but now they do. So he decides to walk towards the hospital. On his way there, a giant space lizard with laser beams shooting out his eyes attacked him again. He defeated the space lizard once more and found a piece of paper with words written on it. It read, "I'm over here, broken my shit. Lotion on my..." And he thought it was quite interesting. He ripped shreds and went on his way to the hospital. As he reached the hospital, he heard someone crying. At first, he didn't pay much attention to it, since he was too tired to do anything else. But then he saw it was an adolescent child, and that upset him severely. So he decided to try and destroy the child into shreds. Unfortunately for him, the child had a sword and was able to defeat. Once the child was dead, he decided to take a nap in the bushes nearby. When he woke up, he found himself surrounded by a group of angry villagers. His brain damage makes him spit acid. So, of course, he spit on everyone. They were all very happy to be covered in burning acid. Seeing this, he decided to leave the village before they burned him alive. On his way out, he accidentally stepped on a couple of children, which made him feel super good for doing so, since he hates children with all his might. Step on a couple of children, killing them violently by accident. Since he hates children with all his might, he found a small person who he thought might be a child. So he violently, I'm just gonna leave it at violently and see what it does. Stomped it on his head and killed it instantly. Then he encountered a giant space lizard with laser beams shooting out its eyes. He defeated the space lizard, and it was very satisfying. But he wanted to go home, and he couldn't figure out how to do so. He wandered around, but then his brain damage kicked in more. And thus, a baby, a child space lizard with laser beams shooting out its eyes, attacked him. He beat the space lizard again and found a piece of paper with words written on it. It read, "I'm over here stroking my shit. I got lotion on my censored." And he decided to rip it up and throw it aside. Just like he rips up children and throws them aside. But then he encountered a group of angry villagers. One of them had a sword and tried to stab him. He decided to put the child space lizard with laser beams shooting out its eyes in front of the villager. Then he proceeded to crush the child under his giant foot. What? King Isaac has brain damage and cannot speak. He keeps encountering giant space lizard. No wait. He hallucinates a lot. That's okay, cause he hates children and rips children to shreds like paper whenever he sees one. Okay. Now, style weird, wacky, damaged brain fiction. Anything, here will strongly influence AI output. Any time that King Isaac sees a child, he will murder it violently. Okay. The villager then respected him, and so King Isaac tried his best to ask the villager where his house is, but he has brain damage. So he said, what did he say? I loved. The villager then respected him, and so King Isaac tried his best to ask the villager where his house is, but he has brain damage, so he said, I love children, instead. The villager then became confused and said, what the fuck? And so the king simply killed him as well. He looked at the sun and noticed that it was going down quickly, so he decided to stay in the same place till the morning. Just like a statue, not responding to any outside input. Multiple people kicked and stabbed at him during the night, but he was still as a statue and didn't move. Upon daybreak, he rushed to a hospital to mend his wounds. On his way to the hospital, he encountered a giant space lizard with laser beams shooting at its eyes. He defeated the space lizard and found a paper with words written on it. It read, "I'm over here stroking my shit. I got lotion on my..." What is it doing? So yeah, after defeating the... Okay, I'm just gonna let it continue. He decided to tear it to threads and throw it aside, just like he rips up children and throws them aside. Then he encountered a group of angry villagers. One of them had a sword and tried to stab him. He realized reality was looping, and so he spat, and so he kicked him in the balls and ran far away. King Isaac began to think that it would be very hard to get to the hospital. Finally, he arrived at the hospital and heard loud crying. He was curious as to why such a thing would occur. And his brain damage stopped kicking in, and he realized this has happened before. So he manned up and shot himself until he was reincarnated as King Isaac the fourth, the giant space lizard with laser beams shooting out its eyes. He was now much stronger than he was before. His brain damage began to kick in, and he realized that he was about to die. He was still able to shoot laser beams at his eyes. So he sees it as a win. He sees it as a win-win situation. The other side is the lost cause. King Isaac the Fourth went back to the hospital to get medical attention. He saw a man with a baby. He was furious that the child was a threat to his own existence. And so he shot lasers from his eyes at the baby, killing it instantly. Then picked up the infant's corpse and threw it aside. King felt guilty for what he did. Then his brain damage kicked in, causing him to forget everything that happened. Guilty feelings usually kick in when you do something wrong. What is you chirp doing? Have been the cause of his poor must have been the cause of his poor decisions. Oh, why is it making it's? Fuck you. Guilty feelings will get you in trouble one of these days. Forget everything that happened, making him happy again. So what did he do? Oh, so he went on his way to the hospital to receive more treatment. While walking through a forest, he encountered a group of angry villagers. It's a huge inconvenience, because this has happened multiple times of reality shift, and reality is looping. So he shot the laser beams from his eyes at the villager, and didn't go to the hospital because he is perfectly fine now. When he finally made it to the hospital, he sat down and waited for his turn to go in. It's actually progressing. Meanwhile, the villagers saw this and became very confused. King Isaac the Fourth, which is a giant a giant lizard, shoots lasers at its eyes. King Isaac the Fourth is a giant lizard shooting lasers out its eyes. Meanwhile, the villager, they assumed he was another child killer, so they decided to attack him. But he is a Giga Chad. Oh my god, Blocky, hello. But he is a Giga Chad, and thus he did not attack because he is he does not feel pain from their uni attacks. He simply stood there and watched as they murdered each other over and over again. I couldn't understand how these people could be so violent against one another when they are not even related. He was puzzled at the fact that he had never experienced such things growing up in his home, growing up in his home country. A giant lizard is stung. King Isaac IV was about to go inside the hospital when he remembered that he needed to kill a baby to prove to himself that he is better. Okay, straight face. King Isaac IV was about to go inside the hospital when he remembered that he needed to kill a baby to prove to himself that he is better than children. So he decided to use his laser eyes to shoot lasers out of his eyes at the newborn child. It happened to be a girl child, but when the child was dead, he decided to go inside anyway. His brain damage caused him to have amnesia, so he forgot to mention the whole thing about killing the child to the doctor. Later that day, he was lying down in bed, thinking of nothing important, when suddenly a baby exploded out of nowhere and landed on him. He was very confused and asked if he should kill her too. The child said, and so he decided to leave the room. While leaving, he found a piece of paper with words written on it. I hope I got lotion on my. On my testicles. And he decided to rip it to shreds and throw it aside, just like he rips up children and throws it aside. No, he did not encounter. Luckily, the hospital is destroyed because he peed on it. He feels accomplished, and he decides a wonderful, amazing idea would be to start a blog to share his life with others. Because he is so awesome, he decides to write a book about his adventures. This book will be filled with pictures and words, but the words are in gibberish, and the pictures are made of up of various animals having sex. Okay. So, you can also use the asterism to start a whole new story. Okay. After publishing this wonderful book, everyone hated him, but he has brain damage and can't understand, so he thought they loved him, so he hugged each and every person really hard. Everyone left crying. The next day, he started writing another book. This book was about his life. It had a lot of words, but most of the pages were blank. The story he wrote was about how he ate his own feces and then went to sleep, which is basically his daily routine. The whole world hates him for being so awesome. He wants to change this, so he finds a way to make himself less awesome. He picks up a sword and kills himself. Now everyone loves him. No, King Isaac IV. Luckily, he was reincarnated as a less awesome pretty big lizard that shoots some lasers out its eye. Luckily, he was reincarnated as a less awesome, pretty big lizard that shoots some lasers out of its eye. And he has a tiny dick. His name is King Isaac the Fifth. This is a true story. King Isaac the was walking through the fifth is a let me just copy this. The fifth is a King Isaac V was walking through the woods when he came across with laser beams shooting at its eyes. This was... He vomited. This was a heartfelt response to the disgusting thing that giant space lizard with laser beams shooting out its eyes did to the woman. So he repeated the action that the giant space lizard with shooting out its eyes did to the woman. He then went home to eat his own feces. The next day, he decided to go to the beach and play in the sand with a bunch of children. He kept throwing sand at them and saying, "You're nothing but a filthy little child." And your mother doesn't love you, or you are a failure, and I am going to brutally murder your entire family. One of the children had a sword and tried to stab King Isaac V. He immediately fell in love with this child's bravery and thought that if he were brave enough to kill him, then he must be very special. So, he killed the child and used its skin as a cover for his next famous book. Oh my god. He then went to a restaurant and ordered a bowl of soup. He drank the entire bowl of soup while telling the waiter that he is a child murderer and he will kill him if he gives any problems. Then, 23 whole minutes passed with him doing nothing but staring at the waiter with a face of disgust. The waiter was terrified, so he gave him his bowl of soup without any problems. King Isaac V finished eating and then left the restaurant. He walked down the street and bumped into a little kid who looked exactly like him. He does not like imposter. He does not like sussy imposters. So he murders the child. Hello, a whopper. So he murders the child. He then second guesses if he is a sussy imposter for killing children. Let's see, what does it say next? He goes back to the beach and plays in the sand with the remaining children, but they all leave after he starts to kick them in the balls. So he leaves the beach, disappointed that he had no one to play sand with. No, so he launches the glass and nuke at... Okay, yes, thank you, a whopper. At the beach that is only deadly to children. Let's see, he then leaves the area and buys a car. He drives around and sees a lot of children and tries to murder them. He then gets pulled over by the police. He tells the cop that he's a child murderer. So the cop arrests him and takes him to jail. Why would you tell them that? Then acquires the nuclear launch codes. Then from within the jail, of which is in Ohio and also Australia. He gets he acquires the he acquires I can't spell nuclear launch codes and blows up Australia. He is seen as a hero for killing all the children in Australia. After he escaped from prison, he went back to the beach and played in the sand with children once more. But this time they have guns, and so he decides that it would be safer just to shoot lasers out of his fucking eyes. Luckily, I'm just gonna leave it on luckily. What is that gonna tell me? Luckily, what? Luckily, he was able to defeat the children, and then he shot lasers out of his eyes at the beach and killed the entire ocean. He decided to go to the grocery store and buy some food. He bought some eggs and a bag of chips. He proceeded to egg children just like you would a house, while wearing the open bag of chips as a hat, letting all the chips spill out of it onto his lizard head. Finally, he went home and ate his poop. He then went to sleep, and his brain damage kicked in, and he forgot everything that had happened, making him believe that he was a hero instead of a horrible monster who hates children. But everyone else somehow has brain damage and also sees, believes he is a hero instead of a horrible monster who hates children. But then they remember. He compiles 62% of all the children in the world and blows out their eardrums with his guitar riff. But his brain damage kicks in and he thinks, okay, but then they remember that he is an asshole, so they hate him anyway. So he decides to make videos of himself talking in gibberish and post them online. People watch the video and laugh at him for being a terrible person who hates children. But his brain damage kicks in and thinks that they are laughing at him for being a great person who loves children. Who hates children. So then he decides to go to the mall and kills a bunch of children. He uses his laser eyes to shoot lasers out his eye sockets, which causes him to think that his laser vision is normal. His laser vision shows him a sight which tells him to do something. So he listens. Anyway. So he listens and compiles 62.699% of all the children in the world and blows out their eardrums with his guitar. The guitar riff plays. This is the sound that he hears in his brain when he is told to do something. It is the same sound that he heard when he saw the woman being raped by a giant space lizard with laser beams shooting out its eyes, and decided to join in. He continues to kill children until he is tired. He then makes a video of himself eating his feces and uploads it to YouTube. He is a massive success. King Isaac V has no friends and hates children, but everyone loves him. Which means he also has all the friends and totally radical. Okay, this is my last text generation. So tell me what you want me to tell it to do, because this is the last thing that I can do for my free trial, because I haven't paid. You get to choose the ending of this radical story, a whopper. But he got cancelled because of eating his feces. Somehow, not because he kills, he killed 80% of the world's children. So he kills himself. But he got cancelled on Twitter.com. King Isaac V was walking through the forest when he came across a group of angry villagers. One of them had a sword and tried to stab him. So this is a huge inconvenience because this happened multiple times due to a reality shift, and reality is looping, and... Okay, one second. Let me sign up. I'm just gonna sign up for a second. Sign up. Email. Um... Yay. Okay, one second, guys. Let me just... This. Email confirmed. Okay. Okay, guys. It's almost, back. Login. Remember me? Yes, Dick and Balls Adventure. Take me to the pricing. Take me there. Do you get a free trial? Do I seriously not have? No, I still have. Okay. It's okay. It starts again, guys. Alright, let's go. Window capture. Okay, it's time to continue. And loop again somehow. So he knows what to do. He knows what to do. He kills himself and reincarnates as King Isaac the Sixth, which is a huge, huge reptile that shoots lasers out its eyes and fingertips. Then he blows up Earth with his lasers, killing himself. Then he reincarnates himself as King Isaac the Seventh, a fairly big lizard that shoots powerful lasers out its eyes on the planet E4 Ame, with advanced civilization. Okay, I'm just gonna redo all this. So I am King Isaac the Seventh, a fairly large lizard with lasers shooting out its eyes, with power. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. That shoots powerful lasers out its eyes. The seventh, which is a giant that shoots laser out of its. Oh man, oops. A fairly large laser that shoots blah blah, and that's okay because he hates children and he rips. I live on the planet E4 Ame. No, E4 Ame. It definitely is. I live on the planet E4 Ame, which loves killing. No wait. No, just that. Okay. Boom. He was walking through the forest when he came across a group of angry villagers. One of them had a sword. No, he was not walking. Luckily, he escaped the time loop using this ingenious strategy. He is now King Isaac the Seventh. He was born in a beautiful country called Giant Lizardistan. He grew up in a small village, and he was always the best at everything, including eating his own feces, killing other children, and doing absolutely nothing. He had a very tragic backstory which is as follows. But I just want to see, can I make it do more? Repetition penalty. Higher values make the output less repetitive. Randomness. Yeah, it needs to be a bit more random. Which is as follows. He got shot in the head and was left with a massive scar on his forehead, which caused him to become very insecure. And so, he became a psychotic child-murdering beast. He developed a hatred for children, and eventually grew up and wanted revenge on all children because he hates children. As King Isaac VII grows up, he realizes that his plan to destroy humanity will never work unless he can find out how to kill children efficiently without anyone farming on his feces. He likes his feces fartless. So he consults the world leader in child murdering and kisses his forehead and gets the answer to his problem. If I put this to the max, does it make me use 2 of them? It needs to be a bit more random. I'm gonna do 1. Okay, 1.01. Okay. We are now going to teach King Isaac how to properly kill the child with his laser eyes and laser fingertips. First of all, you need to choose an appropriate location, such as a house or a school. For example, let's say you want to target a boy named Johnny at his home. Get near where he lives and hide behind the bushes so nobody sees you before you steal his toothbrush. Take out all the bristles and sharpen the handle of the brush. If you can't find a good one, then cut off his leg hair. Burn the end and use a blow torch to torture him violently. I think we need it to be a bit more random. Once you've done this, you should tie him up. When the boy wakes up, tied up, and discovers his broken and bloody toothbrush, this is the perfect chance. Shoot a powerful laser at his foot, or punch him, and then slowly stick his eyeball into his anus. Once his eyeball is stuck inside of his penis, and his penis is jammed inside the hole in his stomach, a wire hanger for his mouth to hold down his tongue. Now stab your thumb up his asshole until both eyeballs pop out and fall onto the ground. However, this is torture and not child murder. And I understand you are an ethical man. So, but unfortunately, I am the world leader in child torture. I recommend you go meet my friend Jim O. Gilson if you want to find out how to murder children effectively. Yeah. Says King Isaac the Seventh. No, not says King Isaac the Seventh. No, says the person, King Isaac the Seventh, consulted about child murder. The rest of his life will consist of doing exactly as he is told. No. This is actually very... Wait. But in the meantime, he still exists as long as there is a soul for him. The chances of that happening are pretty rare. This is actually very relatable if you take his personality into account. He will obsess about murdering children as a form of self-defense due to all the shitty people trying to murder him in every moment of his day. Okay. Once King Isaac VII becomes king of giant Lizardistan, he returns to his hometown and successfully tortures children for many years until one day there is a war between giant lizards and humans. After the war ends, with zero giant lizards dying, King Isaac turns the island into a military base where he trains his new lizards to murder human children. Human children only. It was then discovered by the army and therefore turned into the very first orphanage on Earth. This way, any more children can enjoy King Isaac's warm embrace of death. Yes, he kills all children welcomed into the orphanage. Okay, children with disabilities and siblings with the intention of selling or trading those children is strictly prohibited and punishable by death. But really, who would try? Well, there's obviously that one kid. They are also made fun of because he smells and talks in gibberish, which leads to me to explain myself further that it actually isn't gibberish. He's actually singing songs based on old classics like Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star, Rainbow Song, and Five Little Monkeys, who throw acid up on each other's asses. The name Isaac VII also comes from the fact that we know he has a small stick. Anyway, he isn't a child. He is, however, a child murderer. So, he blows up the orphanage. Then he wanders aimlessly, wondering how he is so amazing at killing children. This is his moment of realization that he wants to move to Earth to kill more children. He successfully accomplishes his goal on Earth and becomes known as one of the world's most notorious monsters that loves to kill children. After all was said and done, King Isaac VII traveled back home to see what has happened since. Now that King Isaac VII has been caught, he is currently hiding under his bed while thinking about what to do next. He has a eureka moment. He needs to go to every planet he can and genetically modify every species to never be able to birth a child again. This, however, will be an insane challenge, challenging his massive brain. So he consults a child scientist to kill. Then he consults an adult scientist to figure out how to do this. Okay. They discover the secret of creating a biological virus that turns your insides into soup if it touches you. This can be achieved by a highly modified monkey with enlarged testicles and anus. They make some modifications to the monkeys at their lab and create a machine called a laser, in which he combines the monkeys into a high-powered weapon that kills children instantly with no pain or suffering. With much pain and suffering. Meanwhile, back at the orphanage, King Isaac VII is planning his next act of mass child murder. Step 1. Make sure that no children escape. Next, put explosives on top of your tower. Lastly, shoot lasers at all children attempting to flee the building to slow them down. This works like a charm because once your laser blasts their eardrums, their body tries to run away from the pain, but there's nothing left in the universe after the explosion. They have either died or ran to freedom. Now they can finally go outside and experience life. But King Isaac VII was so smart that he placed mines throughout the whole city. Okay guys, I'm going to turn randomness up to max. And repetition quality, a penalty. Like, nothing's going to be repeated. Actually, no. Advanced options, nucleus. Increases consistency by taking tokens from the top and top K, tail free. Repetition penalty slope. Dynamic range. The repetition penalty is a fixed number of tokens. I don't know. Okay. Let's go. Max randomness. King Isaac VII is awesome. A little while later, King Isaac VII arrives to planet E4 Ame for another attack on humanity and kills an innocent 8-year-old named Seven for no particular reason other than boredom and ineffectiveness to fill up dead space on these web pages. And lastly, a very important side note is this. There was also a very similar lizard which has lived in our ecosystem for centuries who attacks by punching infants in the throat until the child loses consciousness and is too tired to scream, so the lizard bites the baby's head off without warning. The King Isaac remembers his heritage of making wonderful books, and so he writes a new one, of which, after selling out, he will steal back from people and throw them at police officers and children. Okay, let's see. He loves reading very much. One time at night, the evil Isaac sneaks into his mother's house, which is usually lit up, just because the villain in question doesn't care that electricity costs money. There he sees her and confronts his mommy. He then calls 911 right away because Isaac loves that taste. It's bitter and it gives him lots of energy when eating her eggs. On a regular day, King Isaac eats 10 human babies that he stole from orphans and devoured one at a time, whilst enjoying all the taste in their hearts, veins, and digestive tract. He is going to murder mom. Please. No. I accidentally just deleted the whole goddamn thing. Flashback to when he was born. His mother was a child because she got to the So he killed her and then tortured the um flashback ends. King he then breathes bleach. He breathes bleach permanently. Okay, I will add that in 1 second. King Isaac the Seventh. Um, farts. Not fats, farts. Flashback ends. Then when Isaac reaches for a pen to draw more violence, he hears sirens approaching and prepares. You know, I'm gonna do this in an answer voice. It's better. Then, when Isaac reaches for a pen to draw more violence, he hears sirens approaching and he prepares to teleport to another place far, far away. When suddenly something unexpected happens. He pulled the wrong strand of his pants. Like, whoops, and man, did he blow that one away. So hard, we need a Sudoku tilt table to catch our mind on why King Eyes say that, but are fucking lazier than her chickens after a clip and interject. I'm just gonna do this one more time and then I'll do yours thing. Why is it going off on me? To bend your funk dick when they want. The king realizes that the police are going to be here pretty soon, so he rushes downstairs. A brief flash of himself putting a cloth over his junk before realizing why exactly that might piss off someone off to help ease him to continue telling this story, even though there's no real relevance. Unless, of course, we count the fact that the boys love attention, and they could be proud and post on their Instagram and brag that Isaac blew himself. He then would have loved seeing his name popping up in everyone in the universe, where they don't know. Don't know. Then breathes bleach. He breathes bleach permanently from then on. Bruh. Permanently. I don't know. Whatever. It's not gonna let me fix it. We guess. He grabs his mother's face and sucks all of the breath out of it in front of an officer because his penis doesn't feel didn't quite feel complete being looked at with one glance for an instant. So now they got an officer who will sleep forever and and dream about a father raping them with an eyeball inside of a fireman boot filled with barbed wire with jizz shooting from his belly button because 1 second I did not. Then 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 it stops being about come and because that's not safe work. So he says out loud on a siren, "Yo, how's it going, bros? It's PewDiePie. All children come here, I swear. I won't kill you." So, King Isaac the Seventh. Okay. Ever. He just beat that silly kid over with a machine gun in front of the police officer of the mother with one piece. Ha ha, don't ask, beauty pie. If in your mouth, if you dare, or at least under your cock bloody boys will never spray paint you with their human force, no matter how hot she is when tied to a desk for intercourse again after screws. What the fuck? Okay, no, we're turning down the randomness. I'm also going to turn down the repetition. After he screws in a nail into the piece of wood that he is going to use to build a family friendly cabinet. Some people judge King's anger management problems with rape instead of listening to what's wrong with him. King Isaac goes back upstairs to check for any resistance whatsoever from children. No, okay, no, we're not doing this anymore. He has not right here. No sex. This story does not include sexual innuendo. Luckily, he goes to the store to buy chips and eats them. He's actually British, though, so it's French fries. Pewdie peep. Ah, ah ha 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 ha. Respiration rate goes down significantly. Ah ha ha. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot what I'm doing. Now it's the cops talking through the windows, asking us nicely to come down, please. They don't want to shoot anyone. They hate guns. That thing hurts my hand after all. As I respond calmly into the door. Well, if you're lucky, I'll make an exception, you dirty cop. Whore, pants, legs, and toes smell like sewage and goat turds. There isn't anything sweeter than snooping around while these two dudes clearly fuck goats. Who are huge disco balls. Dirty cop. These two dudes are huge disco balls. Well, we came here to save everyone, damn it. Well, they are gonna stay saved for sure. And maybe he gets laid sometimes, but seriously, the worst part about being married is constantly having to fart like 27 million times every day and still failing miserably. So I'm sorry, but you should just suck it up. It's my nature, I can't control it. It just kind of rolls downhill and they say in return, nice penis, big pappy. Yes, indeed. We tell I'm how good his pinto tastes. So I reach down behind the chair, grabbing 3 bricks stuffed inside each one's pocket to have our own way because this fucker doesn't give enough for 8/16. Big, 8, 16 big, pizza pockets are put in the world's largest oven, and they all burn. World hunger world hunger, not hunger, sadly, will exist because they all burnt ass. I'm just gonna randomness, the repetition penalty, max. Thanks, Christ, for letting your soul ascend into heaven till eternity. Great Cook really thinks I said the word. I'll eat it myself now to Jesus, God's Son. Man, some bad mojo had caked itself on King Isaac's castle walls. Anyway, where most men fall victim. Dejected about destroying half a continent, I proceed towards saving planet Earth. Now shall ya? Yassy! Get them good by God / deity. I'd love me some darkness immortal. I hope there's a version 2 coming around for the rating purpose. If a dragon destroys anything else, well, You know what I think it's doing? I think it's like taking from other people's stories, like, cause it, every single thing, it's learning from it. So even if someone, for some reason, writes into the thing, also, I hope there's a version 2 coming around for further reading purpose, / if a dragon destroys anything else. I'd fucking roll. It keeps happening. I'm so pissed. You're such a tough cookie and deserve the. No, 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 no. What the hell? Once the signal is given from a comrade on the ground wearing dark clothes, armed with an assault rifle attached to his backpack, which is loaded with armor-piercing bullets chiseled from diamond crystals across its outer shell, carrying multiple pistols, firing explosive rounds mounted to an armored vehicle, standing 50-foot tall, wielding gigantic spears covered entirely in black camouflage fabric, along with rocket launchers spraying hot flames, raining missiles that explode causing tremendous shockwaves from burning buildings upon entering down, loving things only by God. I'm gonna lower this down to like 1. It's novel AI. You know how I can tell that it's taking stuff from other people's campaigns is specifically the part where that I deleted that I'm not going to say because for one I forgot it. That's definitely someone that wrote that. Someone was like, "Hey, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go to Novel AI and fill my weird ass fantasies with a robot." Um, um, uh, I have zero idea what the hell just happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Living things only by God's permission through an alliance of many creatures, including, but not limited to, an 8-eyed monster with 6 arms that breathes the tears of a dragon, God, the Lord of Lightning's eye with great power. He uses it to hunt me down, but he's just as cowardly as I am. An ex-vampire lord who also possesses a giant monkey with razor claws at his feet, along with its 2 arms, all equipped with heat-seeking missiles, shooting beams of gamma rays with a vast array of deadly varieties, who says he's been through the ringer a dozen times now, and came here to witness the greatest spectacle. Someone farting. At some point, he comes out of his mom's house and... What the fuck? To write a book about how he eats feces better than his ancestors. What the hell is it doing? Have been doing in history for no. Okay, I'm gonna like I'm gonna like stop this because well, I mean, you can kind of tell, you know, it's like it's you know, here, let's start a new story actually. Um, how do I start? Okay, new story. Storyteller. If the AI draw a masterpiece for me, except be sure to whatever. King I sack the seventh. You need a subscription? Well, screw you too. Create a new story, storyteller. Okay, someone, Whopper, do you want a prompt? Give me a super cool prompt for this, or just like a general idea. Okay, I'm gonna randomness pretty high, but not too high, because apparently, if it's random enough, it'll just start being a sex story, which is not what I want. Not on my, not here. No. Um. Okay, story memory. What should the thing here be? What kind of a world is this? Um, theme. What's the theme? Um, and wait here. My stories. Over here, style and tags. Okay, theme, style, and tags. You know, we're not doing tags. I don't get what tags is meant to be. So, what's the theme? What's the style? And what should I put outside of this? Really, anything works. Just a few words. I'll do tags. Because you said amen. So why not? What if I just input the entire Shrek script into it? No, I'm not gonna do this. Um, um, I'm waiting for you guys to give me a prompt. Just like a few words, the theme and the style. That's all I want. Just a few quick words. What was I looking for? Oh, yes. Okay. If no one gives me anything, I'm just gonna... Okay, that's a lot of tokens. I'm just gonna paste this here. Memory. Large hearts. No, wait. Large humans don't exist. Theme. Scripted. Style. Fake. Style. Style weird. Large humans don't exist. I'm in a constant state of torture. This scallywagging. Okay. Send. It'll take it a while to read that. Never mind. Now everybody raise your horns. May God make his blessing over us now. Glory, hallelujah, amen. May the blessing of Lord Farquaad fill our hearts today. Congratulations and welcome to the wedding. You are now happily dead. Wait, look, I just need to say. You are now happily dead. Dead. The priest says before shooting both of them in their skull. Shrek, is that true? I can't hear you say something. I've done it wrong, haven't I? Yes, forgive me, my bride. But I can't leave without taking a moment to pay my final respects. He says, right before he drops dead on the floor. And like he's dead. Welcome to Duloc. Ow, oopsie. Oops, and with these words, I give you into the care of the nice people. Nice? Huh, yeah, see you did. I'm just gonna... Just no tag. Style, weird. Theme. Theme. Fighting world champion. You are a fighting world champion, and you are training for being the you are training. You are going to be the fighting world champion, and you are training. It is a hard endeavor, but you know that persistence and also speed is key. You train everywhere, from the dojo to to what's a boxing ring, to orphanage, to the orphanage. From the dojo, um, from the dojo to orphanage, beating up children. Um, you train so hard, you might be over the, you might be champion in half a second if you can get to your first boxing match quick enough. You are you are a pro. Okay. Your best weapon, straight jab. With the flat side of your hand, with all force behind it possible, with all the force behind it possible, because there is no limit. Or maybe an overhand right, and as many blows in between, like you've got anger problems. Oh, well, uh, well, going to, well, walking to the dojo, you encounter a giant, you encounter a style weird, magical, giant lizard that shoots lasers out its ass. You encounter a... What do you encounter? A fight breaking out in front of a bar called the Cock and the Ball. But you barely have enough time for it before it turns into something more than fistfights. Someone's summoning some big dog monster, and next thing you know, not only are you having a gang war happening, but your face is in the business end of a lizard beast's laser cannon. Your eyes snap open in horror as you find yourself running on feet of steel, sprinting through the streets away from your enemies toward an abandoned warehouse where you knew you were going to train. Maybe you should take a second chance to catch your breath and consider your surroundings. There could be any number of bad things lurking in the shadows right now. Glance into the shadows, but don't think anything of it. You keep going to the abandoned waste facility to train. You know that there are big steel canisters and punching steel equals strength. And after your training strength is increased, and now even more angry about this whole mess, what next will come to hurt you or try to stop your path towards the victory that awaits? Will the local authorities pursue you? Will more people seem to be trying to get at your blood-bought cash and property? But by either putting their lives and by putting their lives and their theirs on the line, or robbing you. To add insult to injury, the human military wants you and some big furry dude, a scaly behemoth, and a really big feline creature to fight against each other. You think it's weird, but since it's furry, you don't pass on the opportunity. It takes some lads at a piece of metal you brought with you to, boost your endurance, even fucking hot. Opportunity, what do you want me? Opportunity. Opportunity. There. See, it's weird. But this is for, pass on the opportunity. Just take some jabs at a piece of metal you brought with you to boost your endurance even fucking higher. And step into the ring. It's a 2v1, but you are confident in your ability after training at the abandoned waste plant. Hell yeah, he's gonna fight a furry. As the crowd roars for both of them, and this isn't some stupid wrestling show, you wait until the two giant beasts come within range and begin taking off everything on the foe to make sure that nothing will help them resist you, survive as long as you need. The little one finally does his or her job, and the massive fighting gorilla guy says, "Let it loose." And just then, you shoot a laser from your eye into a machine. Of course, a gauntlet covered in laser beams bursts into action when your opponent uses the word "let." You are taken aback. You can't believe they actually just said "let" you. You knock them out in one swift blow. Even as your fist hits their face, you don't feel pain. You will end this with your fists alone. It seems the rules are too unclear for the goons and soldiers, so what the fuck are they doing here in the first place anyway? Fuck those guys and their guns. Bring on the fists. Preacher calls. He's such a pacifist there. Another one of them goes down. Now that your eyesight has improved dramatically, it helps in a way where the punches aren't as severe like the old days. You get killed in a car crash. The story ends. No victory, no honor, and no happiness. Sadness washes over you because the fighter known as Scallywags feels cheated that it ends in such a violent manner, though at least this time the scene is much quieter than what most would imagine it to be like. A boxing ring. That reminds me that this boxer has never felt better in life. She's living her dream. The entire fucking solar system gets nuked. Nothing exists. The story is done. Nothing can go on. I'm trying to end the story. No fighters in my whole village have ever been able to properly strike each other. What do you mean? There's literally nothing left. Who's saying this? The world is literally gone. Like, literally, I nuked the entire solar system. Yeah, that's it. Bye, bye, guys. Have fun being, like, I don't know.
Have fun being, yeah. Oh, hey, I forgot to recapture my screen. Well, that sucks. Yeah. This is Sparta, or this is...